Regular meeting, Tuesday, November 1st, 2022, will come to order. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Secretary, roll call, please.
Ms. Bleich?
Present.
Mr. Holmgren?
Present.
Dr. Kopko?
Here.
Mr. Maley? Absent. Mr. Majer?
Here.
Mr. Warvick?
Here.
Ms. Potsko?
Here.
Mr. Reddick?
Here.
Mr. Stevens here. Quorum established.
Thank you. Pursuant to the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act, the acting board president wishes to announce that the regular meeting on Tuesday, November 1, 2022, the Board of Education of the Hanover Area School District held an executive session to discuss matters of employee relations, threatened or actual litigation, and went into closed executive session at 5 p.m. and began the public meeting at 6:30. The subjects discussed in the executive session related solely to matters of employee relations, labor relations, threatened or actual negotiation or litigation. Is there any public comment on agenda items only, please?
Good evening. My name is Mike Potsko, Hanover Township. I'd just like to make a legal objection that the notice of the time of the board meeting was not posted on the website, which is a requirement of the Sunshine Act. I'd like to make another legal objection about pertinent documents not being printed out and posted for press and public at the meeting per policy 903. I understand that policy 006 has a board operations guideline attachment that states that these documents don't need to be provided. I'm not sure why it's such a fight to get these printed and posted for the public to see. It would have been helpful at the working session to follow along with some of the things that you guys were talking about. That was very informative, and I was very happy to be part of that working session. But to be able to go through the financial exhibits and the general exhibits with the board, it would just be helpful. I don't understand why they're not being posted. Also, I just want to state that a school district did have litigation brought against it in Marshall versus Amuso, which eventually led to a $300,000 settlement for not posting these documents at the board meetings for public consumption, and so we can make public comment. It's on the books. So I just don't understand why we can't get those documents. I mean, they're posted. I appreciate that the draft minutes were posted. Everything is online, but they should be posted at the board meetings for the public and press. Also, the parental opt-out form that I had submitted for public record is once again not posted in any of the minutes. So would you be able to explain why that's not remedied? As of the previous meeting, you had mentioned that it was an oversight and that it was going to be posted. The parental opt-out form, yes.
Mr. Potsko, I can tell you that the public notice of this meeting was posted in the local newspaper with the time posted as well.
Yes, but the Sunshine Act requires that if a school has a working website, that it needs to be posted there as well.
It was posted yesterday.
Okay, but it's not on there. It wasn't on there today. I could not find that the board meeting was scheduled.
I can tell you, sir, I saw it today.
It was on there.
I had my phone open, and actually, Ms. Kitchen showed me that it was not on the website earlier after the working session. The fact that this meeting was supposed to start at 6:30 was not on the website.
Okay, I could tell you that I saw it before coming here. Thank you though, Mike.
Thank you.
Okay, how about the parental opt-out form that I submitted for
3
public
minutes,
record?
Michael. Thank you.
So you're not going to address that?
It's 3 minutes.
Anyone else? Public comment on agenda items? Mrs. Potsko?
Marianne Potsko, and I do have two questions. That parental opt-out form had been mentioned before, and it would be very, very beneficial to parents in this district, and it should be provided. The second thing is, in the work session, Mr. Reddick had asked questions regarding the responsibility of Hanover area taxpayers having to foot the bill for students that have been expelled, and the need for the district to provide them with an education. Now, there are no exhibits provided as we came in here today, so I thought I heard, and I'm asking you, is it in excess of $200,000 a month?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So it is in excess of $200,000 a month that we pay for students that don't want to behave in classrooms or have problems, they have to be expelled. Now, Mr. Barrett, you are on the State Board of Education, are you not?
That's correct.
Are you pushing for legislation, or what is the remedy for this? Why do the taxpayers of Hanover Township have to pay for students that do not want to behave, that do not want to follow the rules?
That would be something that would be addressed in the school safety meeting, not here. And secondly, the General Assembly determines what we pay out.
Okay, but
There's a formula for everything.
Have you brought
Not the
this?
Hanover Area School District.
Have you brought this to their attention as a member of the State Board of Education?
Most certainly.
You have?
Most
And what
certainly.
is their response?
That needs to be changed to the school code, which takes time to go around and do stakeholder informational sessions, which I'd like to talk to you in private about how that looks.
I'd like to hear about it in public, actually, because I think the taxpayers have a right to know. And if these students are getting educated through cyber education or through alternative learning centers, etc., who's checking on the progress? Do they graduate? Are they successful? When does it become the parents' responsibility? I'll be happy to speak with you about that, because I think the taxpayers of this district demand,
Yeah,
or
they're two
should
separate
demand,
issues. State Board of Education
information.
meetings November 9th, if you want to attend.
Well, no, I'm asking you as a member
Yeah,
of that.
that's two separate entities.
Well,
Right
as
now,
a
I'm
member
serving
of
as a
that, and you
superintendent of
are-
this school district.
And you are the superintendent of this
Correct.
school district. And I heard in that work session that it is definitely a problem when you're paying over $200,000. And the last question I have, how many students are enrolled in these programs? How many students have been expelled that have got to be offered alternative learning situations,
Well,
and it's in excess of
Mrs.
200?
Potsko,
this is not just for expelled
that's
students.
exactly. That's just not expelled
that's
students. That's
excessive.
special ed students.
Okay.
That's special needs accommodation
Yeah.
students.
Okay.
Cyber school, of which I'm proud to say, when I first came on the board here, working with Superintendent Barrett, we actually created a Hanover area cyber school to try and reduce those costs. We actually had guidance individuals, curriculum people, calling our students, bringing our kids home to us, and we did put a good dent in that. But you're preaching to the choir, Mrs. Potsko, because that is a sore spot, and your point is well taken.
I appreciate that. I would just like to know, though, for the record, how many students that have been expelled that we have had to assume the responsibility of their education outside of this district?
So this year it's one.
One?
This year it's one. Yes.
And how much does that cost for a month?
Depends on what school their parent chooses. But what I
Wait a
said.
minute, wait a minute. The parent chooses the school they get to go to.
Yes, they do.
And we don't have anything to say about that, Mrs.
Nothing,
Potsko.
zero.
Nothing, not a thing.
Something that
We don't have any rights with that whatsoever.
Exactly. So that is something I think Mr. Barrett should bring up to the State Board of Education. I know students in this school, students that are behaved, students that are trying to learn, cannot select any school they want to go to if they chose to go elsewhere. I don't understand how a parent who can't control their child or is a discipline problem gets to pick the school that their kids get to go to.
Thank you. We recognize that issue.
Thank you very much. Well said. Well said.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Approval and acceptance of minute reports. To approve the following minutes and accept the following reports. Regular meeting minutes of October 4, 2022. Special meeting minutes of October 12, 2022. Luzerne Intermediate Unit Board of Directors regular meeting minutes of September 28, 2022. And in Wilkes-Barre Area Career and Technical Center Board of Education Joint Operating Committee minutes of September 14, 2022.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by
Mr.
Mr. Orvik, second by
Second.
Mrs. Bleich. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Superintendent's report?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I would like to first start off by congratulating Ms. Jerry Clemens, who spent 24 years serving this district capacity within the business office. So today, actually yesterday was her last day of service in this district. Today was saw her day watching her walk out with her last box of stuff. So I'd like to congratulate and give Ms. Clemens a round of applause. And the next accolade I would like to point out is our October Students of the Month. October Student of the Month here at the Junior Senior High School is Elijah Noe. This student is the class president. He's ranked within the top 20 of his class, member of the National Honor Society, multi-sport athlete, football, soccer, basketball, track and field. Spare time he likes to hang out with his friends. We congratulate Elijah and his family for being the October Student of the Month here at the Hanover Area School. The next is our CTC Student of the Month here at the Junior Senior High School. His name is Thomas Balavich. Thomas Balavich is in the automotive program at the CTC. He plans to attend the Universal Technology Institute Trade and Tech School after high school based on his vast knowledge that he's obtained at the Wilkes-Barre CTC. We'd like to congratulate Thomas and his family for being the CTC Student of the Month, the Hanover Area School. That is my report, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Motion to approve the superintendent's report. Motion by Mrs. Bleich.
Second.
Second by Mr. Stevens. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. General recommendations. Approve the second and final reading of the following school board policies as per Exhibit G-1. Policy 218, Student Discipline. Policy number 220, Student Expression, Dissemination of Materials. Policy 220, Attachment. Policy number 227, Controlled Substances, Paraphernalia. Policy number 237, Electronic Devices. And Policy 810.1, School bus drivers and school commercial motor vehicle driver.
Motion.
Motion, please. Mr. Stevens, motion.
Second, Orvik.
Second by Mr. Orvik. Roll call.
Ms. Bleich?
Yes.
Mr. Holmgren?
Yes.
Dr. Kopko?
Yes.
Mr. Mazur?
Yes.
Mr. Warvick?
Yes.
Ms. Potsko?
Yes.
Mr. Reddick?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens, yes.
Financial recommendations. To approve items 1 through 6. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mrs. Bleich.
Second.
Second by Mr. Orvik.
No,
Roll
that
call.
was, seconded was by Mr. Holmgren.
Mr. Holmgren has the second. Roll call, please.
Ms. Bleich?
Yes.
Mr. Holmgren?
Yes.
Dr. Kopko?
No on 2, yes on everything else.
Mr. Mazur?
Yes.
Mr. Warvick?
Yes.
Ms. Potsko?
Yes.
Mr. Reddick?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens, yes.
Personnel recommendations. Items 1 through 10. Before we vote, Superintendent Barrett has a recommendation on item number 5.
Okay, I recommend the appointment of Mr. Brendan Holmgren at the salary of $55,000.
Thank you. I will read number 6. Appoint Suzanne Shepard as PIMS coordinator at a salary of $40,000. Number 7, appoint Ashley Drouse as human resources secretary at a salary of $40,000. Number 8, appoint Chris Gray as head basketball coach as unpaid. Number 9, appoint Holly Venus as school nurse at a salary of $61,978. We have a motion?
Motion. Majer.
Motion by Mr. Majer,
Second.
second by Mr. Stevens. Roll call.
Ms. Bleich?
Yes.
Mr. Holmgren?
I abstain on number 5, yes on everything else.
Dr. Kopko?
Yes.
Mr. Majer?
Yes.
Mr. Warvick?
Yes.
Ms. Potsko?
Yes.
Mr. Reddick?
Yes.
Mr. Stevens, yes.
Motion carries. Any new business? Any old business? Any public comment?
So can I get a yes or no on whether or not the parental opt-out form is gonna get posted into public record as I had requested in the previous 2 meetings?
Sorry, could you repeat that, sir?
The parental opt-out form that I requested to be entered in the public record, is that going to be posted?
That is going to be posted.
Okay.
Mike, is that what you gave me at the
Yes.
last meeting?
Yes.
I believe Attorney Buffalino has that under review.
No, I think it's here, it just needs to be officially moved into,
Okay.
I passed it along.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. And then, the meeting used to be on Zoom. Is there a reason we got away from that?
There was. So, the fact that we posted to YouTube allows accessibility to people, for folks to access it from a remote location at any time. Just the live portion of it's become difficult.
What was the difficult part about it?
The difficulty was the sound piece and the ability to have people record it and live stream it. The sound was horrible.
Okay. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to do it if we could have gotten a solution to that. I mean, it would open up a little bit more, but I understand, I'm okay with that. Can I get an explanation as to why the board does not want to post the exhibits at the meeting? Print them out and post them at the meeting? Is there a reason that that's not being done?
What specific exhibits? Because I know the financial exhibits were posted.
No. I mean, here at the meeting, they're all posted online,
Right.
which is nice. But like at the working session, I'm not gonna be able to pull that up on my phone and follow along with you guys.
Well, I would respond, Mr. Pasco, by saying it is accessible to the public. We are doing our jobs. We're accommodating. I'm a former communications guy. I'm a First Amendment guy. I believe in transparency. We all do here. So I mean, it's accessible.
It's not a transparency issue. It's providing the public with the documentation. If somebody
we
doesn't
do.
have access to the internet, no, they don't have access to it. And the policy 903 clearly states that it should be the pertinent documentation should be provided at the meeting. And I just don't. It's not that many I don't know why there's pushback on posting them. What's the reasoning behind not printing off 40 sheets of paper so everybody that comes here can review it?
Well, we provide it. We provide it. If somebody wants to print it out, they can bring it.
Okay, like I said, Marshall versus Amuso is already on the books, a $300,000 lawsuit. So I would think about posting them.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Public comment? Future meetings. Reorganization meeting, Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. Work session, Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. And December regular meeting, Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Orbrick,
Second.
second by Mr. Majer. Thank you.